Hey, Reckoners, and welcome back. Today, this is not theoretically the only video going up today because this is not actually going to be a Let's Play at all. I just wanted to talk about the new Armello patch version 1.1. I got some really cool features in here, which I just would really want to talk about because this patch has really good stuff in it. So I guess we'll start off with the slightly more mundane, but still very cool stuff, and that is the new cards. So as far as I can tell, from my play experience and from looking at the forums, the new items are... Oh, here's past one. We have the Bastard Sword, which is 4 gold. In battle, you get +1 sword and +1 die. So that's pretty cool, because it's a guaranteed sword, and it's versatile because the die, can roll defensively or whatever. So I really like this item. It's very cool. I think it's very fairly priced, and I really like picking it up because it's better than a lot of other items. It's one of the few items I've seen that actually give a die. So actually I had a really cool build earlier where I had this item, and then I also had the Warhammer. So I net gained 0 dice and just got 3 swords off that, so that was really cool. So the next item is, I think this one's new, I'm pretty sure this one's new. It's a torch, it's a single gold, and you get +1 gold for every dungeon you explore, no matter what. No matter what the dungeon ends up being, at the end of the exploration, you get +1 gold. So that's cool. I'm not a huge fan of it though, it's not great. I mean, if you have it, I'll pay the 1 gold to get it out of my hand if I don't have to destroy anything. So it's a good starting item, I guess, but, not game-changing, not as cool as the Bastard Sword. Now, leather armor, it took me a while to figure out what was up with that, because it's actually really cool. It's +1 shield. So at first I was like, this costs 3 gold, why is this even an item when we have the 2 gold trusty shield, which gives you +1 shield? The key word, the difference is the preposition. In battle you get +1 shield. So the leather armor, for 50% more gold, you get +1 shield all the time. Now, what I was hoping this meant is you kind of just have like 1 armor the entire time. Like you can go through rot fine, and sometimes you do the spell deals 1 less damage. That is not the case. It basically means in perils you get +1 shield. So whenever you would roll dice, not just it doesn't negate damage. It's just whenever dice are rolled, you get a shield. So this can be really, really useful. If you're trying to rush into the king's palace, because it'll ensure you get a shield, which drastically increases or decreases the difficulty of the king's perils. So that's a pretty cool item. I really like it. It's very flavorful, very fun, very new. Next up is the chainmail shirt, which is 4 gold, and in battle you get +1 shield. And if you were the one attacking, you get an additional shield, and that's cool because I don't think there's a ton of items in this game that are defensive items for playing offensively, like sustain type items. There's not a ton of those, so this is cool because it lets you attack people and lets you repeatedly attack people. Not just trading, not just evenly trading with them, or just killing them and then dying to yourself. It really significantly lessens the attrition, and I like it too because it's one of those few items that's not binary. It's useful either or. It's not, if you're attacking +2 shields, it's +1 shield, and then if you're attacking an additional one. So it still has, it's a little more versatile, and I really, really like that. And the final new item, as far as I know, is the Feathered Helm, which is 3 gold, and you get +1 prestige while equipped, and in battle +1 shield. So nothing spectacular, but it's obviously better than the trusty shield in every way. It costs more gold for that. So not every way, I guess, but if you have the gold to spare, it is better. +1 prestige is nice. So yeah, I mean, that one's pretty straightforward, very self-explanatory. It can be a really good starting item to give you that early prestige leader lead. So that's awesome. The final thing I really want to talk about, I'm going to take this to some pre-recorded footage very briefly. This is possibly one of my favorite features I've ever seen in a patch, and that is the ability to hit on a keyboard. They had Steam controller support. I haven't tried that out yet, actually. So I'm not sure what the button is there. I think it's right joystick click. But on the keyboard, it's the period. And what that will do is with AI characters, it'll super fast forward through them. My prior Let's Plays were in the neighborhood of 45 minutes or so. These are so much faster now. They're sub 30 minutes more like 20 minutes sometimes in that window, between 20 and 30 minutes, because the AI turns they're just over with, they're done with. If they attack you, obviously it reverts to real time. Anything involving the king happens in real time, but them fighting each other, them fighting Banes, going through perils, it's just fast. Their turns take a matter of seconds, so that's so nice. And it's made doubly nice. Let's go back to real-time footage. Well, it's all the past footage for you, but now it's back to real-time. I forgot that they added one new thing, or two new things. Doesn't really matter who I pick, doesn't really matter what ring I pick. They added 2 new amulets, which is very cool. They added the Dig, which increases the chance to find spirit stones when exploring dungeons, and they added Sprint, which gives you +1 action point after death for your next turn. Sprint one's a novelty. I think it's cool. I don't think it's super duper good. It's very niche. I mean, certainly almost always once per game, there's a time where I more or less deliberately suicide because it saves me turns just getting back to my clan ground so I can run out. So it has a use, but not more than once a game generally. And if it is used more than once a game, you're dying a lot. And I don't know, maybe you should have picked an amulet that would help you not die so much. I don't know. So it's cool, I like it. I don't think I'll ever use it so much. To unlock it, you have to play 8 games. You have to play any number of games, but you have to have used 8 different characters. So if you don't have the Bandit Clan, that means you have to use each of the characters once to unlock that one. For Dig, you have to just play 10 games. Complete 10 games, you unlock Dig, and this one seems huge to me. This one seems like a huge buff to Spirit Stone victories. I mean, I think they needed it. I think Spirit Stone victories were probably one of the harder ones to get, because the more people trying to do it, the harder it got. You know, it became a really hard struggle to do. Killing the King, definitely the most popular one, but followed by Prestige. So I'm glad it got its buff, because we have Prestige Victory has its amulet. Rot has its amulet. Killing the King without having Rot, which is whatever you want to do. So that didn't need its own amulet. This has its own amulet now, so that's awesome. So good to see you rendered the game a little better. I haven't actually played the game with it yet, so I don't know how significant the buff is, but that's just a matter of tweaking. And I don't know how many games I'd have to play before I had a statistically significant sample for that. But those are the new additions to Armello version 1.1. The game's getting ever better, so if you haven't picked it up yet, I still recommend you pick it up, because I'm sure it will just continue to get better with awesomeness. So yeah, that was a quick little update, just showing you some new stuff. If you want to see me actually play new games, I can totally do that. Just today I've played 10 games unlocking those amulets, so, and I don't even feel I could play more. The extra speed thing from the NPCs means I don't feel, you know, I have more energy at the end of a game. It's like, okay, it's been almost an hour. I mean, I did line up nicely with TV shows. Now I gotta play 2 games per every TV show episode. I'm watching The Flash right now. This is off topic. This is enough. You've seen the update. That's enough. I'll see you guys in the next video. Whatever video game I played today, saw you in that already probably, so I'll see you guys later. Signature catchphrase.